These are the moments when umpires ruin the game of cricket.
But did it touch the bat or not?
I mean, it's absolutely nowhere near the ball.
And first, Andrew Strauss fell victim to some shocking umpiring decisions.
It's the question given him. Yes, Strauss is gone.
Did he get inside edge onto this?
I reckon he smashed it. I reckon you watch his start in off the bat. Hugely. He's almost middled it onto his front pad.
But if you thought that was bad, wait till you see Billy Bowden's decision against Virender Sehwag.
It's got to be real close to Gerrity. He's not happy because I think he got an inside edge. And Billy Bowden, a ball that nipped back again, and he's not happy. And he's having a word there to Billy Bowden. And India have lost their first wicket.
Once again, the length was very good from Glenn McGrath, but watch it. Big inside edge, big inside edge from Virender Sehwag. It's a noisy crowd, and Billy Bowden doesn't hear that noise. Up goes the cricket finger.
Sehwag was furious, and rightly so. The next one, it's not just frustrating, it's straight up unbelievable.
Well, he's given him. I don't think initially he got near it. I don't think Flintoff thinks he did either. But Doug Cowie has given it. Flintoff has crossed.
I mean, our initial reaction was he didn't get anywhere near the ball. I mean, like 2 or 3 inches. I mean, it's absolutely nowhere near the ball.
One of the worst umpiring errors in cricket history. But sometimes umpires or officials don't just ruin a moment. They ruin an entire match, just like they did to South Africa in the 1992 World Cup semi-final.
In the stomach at the moment, South Africa so close, but maybe yet so far as it.
With 22 runs needed off 13 balls, Brain stopped play.
Said that the umpires have come back to him and they've changed it to say that there is only 1 ball remaining.
But instead of a fair recalculation, officials applied an outdated rain rule, slashing Africa's target to an impossible 22 off 1 ball.
South Africa need 22 runs off this 1 ball.
Supporters will be delighted, but a disappointing end to a wonderful semi-final. In comes Chris Lewis to bowl the final delivery. It's pushed away to mid-wicket. You can see that all the players are disappointed with that end. The crowd will roar here at the Sydney Cricket Ground.
Just like that, their World Cup dream was over. Not because of lack of skill, but because of a terrible rain rule. It was a decision that not only killed the contest, but also made a mockery of the game itself. But bad umpiring isn't just about one-off blunders. Sometimes it feels like the umpires are up against the entire team. Just ask Team India about their experience in the infamous 2008 Sydney Test match.
That's out. Big edge. Well, there's a big noise there. And I reckon Steve Button's the only one on the ground who hasn't heard it. Henry Simons is not moving. Which I certainly heard something.
It's a beautiful length. Simons going nowhere. He should be going somewhere now.
He should be halfway there. To the pavilion, I think.
This was a nick down the leg side. We clearly heard it. And the replays and Snicko suggested that there was a clear nick. This was the first of them that they got wrong. Ponting was on 17 at the time.
Oh, that's a terrific delivery. And Dhoni gets the bails off in a flash. We'll just have a quick look.
The bails are off, and the foot, we want to see a bit more movement, and sit down. That could be out. That could be out.
I reckon out.
Heels out.
I'm going out.
Well, good piece of bowling. Slid it past the outside edge.
Not out.
To be off, but still the third umpire giving it not out. Then decision number 3. This time, Steve Buckner walks towards the stumps and does not even refer it to the third umpire to take India to an honourable draw. And here it was, absolutely nothing in it apparently, and the replay clearly suggesting that the bat was nicely hiding behind the pad. A little nick off the pads, into the gloves, all the Aussies going up, and that was the end of Rahul Dravid. One was Rahul Dravid, the other man Sourav Ganguly. Now once again, there was an issue of interpretation here. He was caught by Michael Clarke. Sourav Ganguly stood his ground.
There is grounded the ball on the turf. So that is not out. because he's in the act of taking the catch. You can see that.
A total of 8 wrong decisions went against India, with Steve Bucknor alone responsible for 3 of them. It was as if he was playing for Ricky Ponting's team. What should have been a legendary victory for India turned into an absolute nightmare. And then there was one of the most ridiculous LBW decisions ever made.
Like the batsmen do with their 50s.
Oh, that's close.
Hit it, didn't he? Oh.
Out.
He's hit it, didn't he?
Cooper's gone.
Oh my goodness, I said that. What is going on with this umpiring, Howie? Something has to be done. This is just ridiculous. Oh my goodness, look at that. Jeez. Well, I mean, just come on. I mean, enough's enough. Enough.
I mean, forget about the nick. How on earth was that hitting the stumps? But if you think that's bad, just wait. The next one is easily the worst decision ever made by a third umpire.
111 ऐसा स्कोर है कि विकेट जाता है और अभी देखो ये चंद्रपाल थोड़ा स्लो थे निकलने में और ये अजहरुद्दीन का बहुत अच्छा थ्रो लेकिन शायद जस्ट अंडर हो and Chandrapal a little slow to take off and Azharuddin in a flash and I think he's just made it ground.
Imagine watching replays over and over again and still getting it wrong. Was he watching a different match, or did he just have a personal bias? And if we're talking bad umpiring, we have to mention Aleem Dar. That one match against South Africa where A.B. de Villiers got a massive lifeline against India. Everyone saw it, except him apparently.
And stand he has taken. Sachin Tendulkar has taken. A.B. de Villiers is unmoved. The umpire is unmoved. He reckons it's clipped. The pad on the way to Sachin Tendulkar, and the Indians cannot believe it.
So here Khan, once again, getting into the corridor of uncertainty, has to be his nick this. And it's straight off the edge. And that's a brilliant catch. Oh, pretty quick, didn't it, Shiva? That was always the big question. If it hit the pad, it would have been slow. That's just a regulation nick.
What a poor decision this is.
You'd think the umpire had already hit rock bottom with these blunders. Think again, because what happened next changed the outcome of a World Cup final. In the 2019 Cricket World Cup final, England versus New Zealand, during the last over of England's chase, they needed 9 runs from 3 balls. Ben Stokes played a shot toward deep mid-wicket and ran for 2. As he dived to compete the second run, New Zealand fielder Martin Guptill's throw deflected off Stokes' bat and raced to the boundary. Umpire Kumar Dharmasena awarded 6 runs, 2 for the runs and 4 for the overthrows. But this was a mistake, according to MCC Law 19.8. The rule clearly states for overthrows, the extra run should only count if the batters had crossed before the throw was made. At that moment, Stokes and Adil Rashid hadn't crossed for the second run. That means England should have been awarded 5 runs, not 6. And more importantly, Rashid should have been on strike, not Stokes, and he would have had to face Trent Boult. Even Simon Taufel admitted it was an umpiring error. Dharmasena himself owned up to the mistake. And guess what? The match ended in a tie. The super over, also a tie. England was awarded the World Cup on the basis of that ridiculous boundary count rule. Later that year, the ICC scrapped the rule and declared that, in finals, the super over will continue until one team scores more than the other. The next moment is a whole different scene. Stuart Broad refused to walk after a clear edge off Ashton Agar, and the umpire absolutely clueless.
When Australia's frustration turned to anger.
Oh, he's gone this time. Not the best delivery. And he's still there, Stuart Broad. What's he standing there for? They've all appealed. It looked as if he just nicked it through the keeper. Oh my goodness me. Speechless. The audacity of him just walked up the pitch and had a word with his non-striking batter.
With no reviews at his disposal, the skipper left.
But what if I told you it gets even worse? Because in 2013, one of the umpires was actually charged for fixing IPL matches. And in the next moment, just watch the umpire lose his mind.
Now that's going to run away for 4. This is a very beneficial over for Pakistan, even though they've lost the wicket. He's complaining there, he's saying it hit his legs. Well, he's chased him. It may have hit his legs, but it still doesn't matter.
Oh my god, that was hard to see. And ridiculous too. But not as ridiculous as what comes next. Sometimes it really feels like umpires do whatever the hell they want. In the 2006 Test series between Pakistan versus England, hosts England were leading the 4-match series 2-0 after the first match ended in a draw. However, Pakistan were dominating the final test and had the game in their hands until the visitors were accused of having altered the condition of the ball.
Routine inspection of the ball decided its condition had been unfairly altered by the fielding side.
On day 4 of the final test, everything was going fine until the 56th over. The on-field umpires had inspected the ball and concluded that it was tampered and accused the Pakistani team without any proper evidence. However, instead of warning or discussing it with the Pakistan team, they decided to award England 5 penalty runs, stunning Pakistan and the crowd. The match continued as normal until the tea break was taken. However, after the 20-minute tea break, the England batters Ian Bell and Collingwood made their way to the pitch. There was no sign of the Pakistani players. 20 minutes passed and Pakistan players didn't appear. Umpires Hare and Doctorow walked into the Pakistan dressing room to have a chat with their captain, Inzamam. However, in a stunning turn of events, the two officials returned only to take off the bails and the wickets, awarding the match to England. Spectators and everyone who witnessed it were left stunned. An hour later, Pakistan players returned to the field and decided to convince the umpires. However, Hare and Doctorow didn't relent and stood by their decision. England was awarded the win and thus won the series 3-0. In the aftermath following the controversy, ICC went on to drop the ball tampering charges against Pakistan, as there wasn't any clear evidence. And when we talk about bad umpiring, how can we not mention Steve Bucknor? 2007 India versus England, 4th day of first test match. India needed 89 runs to win. England needed just 1 wicket. And then, a clear LBW gets denied by Steve Bucknor.
A big shout. Not interested, Steve Bucknor. Once you see that head being shook immediately, you know. It's when he stands there and looks that you start worrying as a batsman.
That one didn't spin enough. In fact, was just straightening a bit.
Moments later, bad light and rain ended the match. The match ended in a draw. That one wrong decision cost England the match. And Bucknor's not new to this. Back in the early 2000s, he made multiple questionable calls against Sachin Tendulkar. Some fans were convinced he had a personal grudge against Sachin.
That is a good delivery. He's given it. Now what has happened there? They didn't appeal. Nobody at the back appealed. It was a delayed appeal by Razak. I also felt that the ball had started swinging after it left the bat, but did it touch the bat or not? Whatever, Tendulkar is aghast.
Big deviation after the ball has gone past the bat. It's not taken the edge.
Bit of discussion going on between Afridi and Rahul Dravid. Undoubtedly it's to do with the appeal.
Doesn't appeal at all, almost as an afterthought. He raises the finger.
Sachin, being the gentleman he is, never argued, but his frustration was visible. But hold on, there's more.
Oh, that's close. Too much bounce. Too much bounce. It nipped back. Oh, he's given him. Oh, no. That's a dreadful decision. He didn't play a shot. Just watch the movement and then the bounce.
Well, it's ticked back. Let it go. Everyone just thought he was going to be too high and say not out, but suddenly the finger came up.
So really, and Sachin Tendulkar was shocked.
Years later, Bucknor admits to his mistake, including the blunders in the 2008 Sydney Test. But if you thought umpiring errors were bad, wait till you see players completely lose it. From angry outbursts to breaking the rules. They're the most unsportsmanlike moments in cricket. Tap here to watch now.